What's up, guys? I wanted to talk to you guys about this video which I've watched too many times, and I wanted to show you how it's actually kind of it's very interesting because it asks really how calls are made and how kitchen violations are supposed to be called. So let's watch it. We'll watch it in full speed, and then I'll talk about it. We'll just watch the video. Turn it down a little. So I'll let you make your own opinion here of what happened. Okay. So don't worry about this stuff. Let's go back to the video. Watch that one first. So basically, the question is this a kitchen? Now, before I talk about it, I'm going to tell you that my opinion is that likely this was a kitchen. Okay, just overall, I think it's likely that this was a kitchen violation. So what happens is, but here's the debate. How much do you have to prove that something is a kitchen violation? Does it have to be clear that it is a kitchen violation, or can it be, well, it looked like he probably, kitchen there? When do you make that call as a ref or as an opponent? So what happens is, this is Nick Asbury and Scott Golden versus Jordan Hanisch and Zane Navratil. They win this point. They did not call this a kitchen violation. I believe likely that it was, but usually in good sportsmanship, you won't call your opponent on a kitchen unless it's pretty clear that they kitchened. Although it really depends on who you're playing against. In case you don't know what the rules are, once you step into the kitchen, you must reestablish both feet outside of the kitchen. And by reestablish, that just means touch. You just have to touch your feet outside of the kitchen. So what happens here is he kitchens with his right foot here, as you can see. I don't know if you caught that, but he kitchens with his right foot, but then he quickly reestablishes his right foot outside the kitchen. And the real question of this video is, where was his left foot? Did his left foot reestablish over here before he contacted the ball? And from the video, you see his left foot flying around, but he could have technically touched his toe onto the kitchen here as he swung his foot by. So we'll watch, it'll go in slow motion here. So there's the kitchen with the right foot. You'll see him reposition his right foot outside to reestablish it outside the kitchen, and watch his left foot swing up, and you can't really tell from the video whether his left foot touched here. So at this point, you know that that would be clear if you were watching that that's a kitchen. So the proof, I would say, is for him, like this is how I look at it, is the proof now is for him, he's kitchened. The proof is it has to be clear that he is not in the kitchen anymore. So it has to be clear that he has reestablished outside of the kitchen. And to me, the left foot, it's not clear that he reestablished outside. So that's why I'd say it's likely that it is a kitchen, and I would call it I think if I was reffing this, I've thought about, of course if I was reffing it and before I thought about any of this stuff, I might just, I don't know what I would do. But upon thinking about it for a while, I feel like once you see the kitchen violation, it has to be clear that they are outside of the kitchen once they have established themselves inside the kitchen. If there's doubt, as to whether they were in or out of the kitchen, then I think you have to go with, well, they originally kitchened, so you know, you have to keep it as a kitchen. I mean, it's a debatable thing. Like, I mean, does it have to be clear once they foul that? Sorry, this message just popped up. Does it have to be clear that they are back outside of the kitchen, or do you give the benefit to the call as a whole? Like, is the call as a whole, maybe you don't break it down like that. You say, was it clear that he kitchened, looking at the play as a whole? And if you look at it that way, you would say, well, it's not clear that he actually kitchened. So it really depends how you break down the violations. But the real question is, you know, in truth, is whether his left foot tapped out here as he was swinging it out before he hit the ball. And I would say it probably didn't, but, you know, like I've already said, and I mean, where does the proof have to lie in this? So watch his left foot. So this could be touching here. If this is touching right here, it's not clear. Looking right at that frame, though, it looks like it might be, but you really, without a better zoom in on that, you can't tell whether his left foot is touching. If it is, he's actually good right here because he hasn't quite contacted the ball yet. So it's a really interesting thing about how you're gonna evaluate a kitchen violation.